It was a lazy Sunday afternoon, and I thought it was about time for me to just do what I wanted to do, eat what I wanted to do. I just had a little bit of an R&R. So we're currently at not the new spot, but like the first spot, and let's go get some Jian Bing. I visited 2 different spots that day. Now, Jian Bing is a breakfast crepe, if you will. It's usually in for breakfast, so naturally I decided to eat it as my first meal of the day, even though I woke up at 11 p.m. Package is secure. I am very excited. Now I'm just looking for a place to eat it because I didn't want to eat it inside the restaurant. It's nice today. It's a little cold, but it's nice today, so I decided to go to the park. Got the package. It's gonna be a chill day. We got some gloves. Jian Bing. Now, eating this is a little messy, ergo they give you the gloves to go with it when you eat it. That was such a smart call. It has a lot of good stuff inside, mainly vegetables. They add some Logan inside, pork floss, and like a crispy cracker. Just adds that extra layer of texture. It was great.
It was such a good call.
This was indeed a good call.
For $11, it's big. It's very filling. That's so good. The pork floss is really good because it's mixed up with the laogama. Perfect.
It was loaded up to the brim. It was well worth the $10.
Like, it's like a wonton wrapper. It's really crispy. Oh my god. Oh. It's basically an Asian burrito. The sauce is really good too. It's kind of sweet, a little savory. This is such a good breakfast item, so when you're in, like, if you're in a rush, it's perfect. It meets all the criteria. It has the texture. The vegetables are really, like the lettuce, very fresh and crisp. The wonton wrapper that's inside gives off an extra crunch. The egg with the crepe is a good texture. With the sausage, the Vienna beef sausage, Chicago style. It's really good. I feel like a food goblin right now.
It's safe to say that I demolished that whole thing, even though it was decently big. And we're off to the next place. Now, I love ramen, and there's this new ramen place that just popped up here in Chicago, and it's recently named the best ramen in Chicago. I've been wanting to try it. The line is always really long. We still had to wait for an hour and a half when we got there, and it's called Monster Ramen. Going inside, the place is a vibe. It's not a big place, but everyone is so compact and you're kind of forced to talk to each other, which is nice. I've always liked that kind of vibe, and you can smell the food as soon as you go in. You can smell the broth. It smells so good. You can see them make the noodles on the side. It was really great. First off was the regular vegetable gyoza.
Right? It feels like I feel like warm inside now. Right here.
It did make me feel warm inside. It was really good. The vegetables, it doesn't even taste like vegetables. That's the best part of it. Everything tasted very meaty. I don't know what kind of seasoning, but I did kind of get a hint of sesame oil, which makes it a little bit more rounded, which is a nice flavor to always have. The vegetable gyoza was really good. Next up was the loaded gyoza, filled with meat, filled with a lot of vegetables, add some sesame seeds and some seaweed on it. It was so good. The loaded gyoza.
That's actual gas.
The original gyoza itself was already good, even though it was vegetables, but the loaded gyoza bumped it up a notch, which was the best part. It was very meaty, very juicy. The wrapper was nice and crisp on the outside on one side of it, and the other was soft, but it still held its integrity, which is nice. Dipped in that sauce, dipped in that soy sauce. There we go, soy sauce. It just made it, dude, I want to go back. I could literally just go back there and eat the loaded gyoza itself again and again. Now, next up was probably one of my favorite ramens that I've ever tasted, and it's their signature. It's a little pricey, but it's called the Monster Ramen. I don't really know what's inside their Monster Ramen, especially for their broth, but I am assuming it's gyukatsu. It's mainly beef, because there's cuts of beef on it, and apparently it was wagyu. It was, oh my god.
Dude, the broth smells so good, yo. It smells so good.
You smell so good.
Okay. Okay.
You get the hype now?
I get the hype now. I get the hype now.
So this place was hyped up a lot on me. Well, everyone that I know, that a lot of my friends are foodies, and when they go there, they always say, dude, it's really good. And I didn't really understand the hype, but I understood it now. I understand it now.
I'm actually shook. This is like,
You haven't even tried this yet.
this is the best ramen I've had.
Ever?
Yeah. It's wagyu, you know?
Try the at least one.
You're right, it's wagyu. I think wagyu is overrated at this point. Don't get me wrong, wagyu is beefy, very buttery and very soft just because of the intermuscular fat, but done in a broth this well, it was just too good, man.
Corn is like my favorite part.
Dude, the noodles are so perfect, yo.
Handmade.
They're not like normal packaged ramen.
They're
You know
not
what I
normal
mean?
packaged ramen noodles. They taste homemade.
Up next was the noodles, and I am very particular with my noodles. I am not easily pleased with my noodles. It has to be bouncy, it has to have that good chew, it has to absorb the broth really well. That's a must for me. It checked every box that I had.
The soft boiled egg is just done perfectly too.
Yeah, I ran out of noodles really quick, so good thing I ordered extra.
The noodles are really good. They soak up the broth really well. It's thin, which I like. The broth is just really good. It's very beefy, very savory, very hefty, but it feels light.
It's rich.
That makes sense. It's very rich.
Up next was the gyukatsu itself on the ramen, which is the slices, the thin cuts of beef. Bro. It was so soft, it literally melts in your mouth. It had little to no chew, but it had enough to where you could actually feel the beef. That's my issue with wagyu, basically. It melts in your mouth to a point where it feels too rich and it feels too light that it doesn't even taste beefy in a sense anymore. This one did.
Were you the one who told me you didn't like it at first, like Wagyu beef in general?
I think it's overhyped in general, like Wagyu.
Yeah. What do you think about it now?
Thin cuts, I like it. On a steak form, I hate it.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
Like the beef itself. Smoky. Very beefy. Very beefy.
Ever since the second order of noodles came, there was little to no recording of me demolishing the bowl, but I demolished the bowl. It was really good. If you guys are around that Logan Square area, highly suggest trying Monster Ramen. The only thing is, get there 4 hours. Well, not 4 hours, get there an hour prior they're open, I would say, or 30 minutes before they open, because they open usually at 5. Get there like around 4:30. The line is gonna be real long, and hoping by that time there's little to no people in line yet, so you'll be the first to get the fresh batch. I get the hype now. Now we got dessert at the same spot, but they don't make the dessert in-house from what I know, but they basically represent other like local places for their dessert.
Sexy.
Whoa, that buttercream
That's
though.
so moist. That's so moist.
It's from a Filipino bakery.
Our people's representing. That's really good.
Who shook it?
I don't know where this cupcake was from. Apparently it was from a Filipino bakery nearby the area. It was good. My people represented well. It was awesome. It was sweet, but not overwhelmingly sweet, which I like because I don't like sweet stuff that much. Mocha, coffee. It was awesome. Only thing left was ice cream. Kind of wish they had ice cream at that point. But that's gonna be it for today. If you guys like the video, please leave a like and subscribe. It'll really help me out a lot. And if you have any places for me to go to or any suggestions for me to go to, leave it down in the comments. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching again. Goodbye.